I'm Steven.
And we're here today to talk to you guys a little bit about our January 2019 Zero Waste Challenge. So,
Super excited.
Yeah, our dogs are here with us. So I guess before we get started, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about when we became interested in sustainability and minimalism and how that's sort of shaped our lives and pretty much everything we do on a daily basis. So I first became interested in minimalism probably, what do you think, like a year or two ago?
Yeah.
I saw a documentary on it. I think it's called literally The Minimalists. And and it kind of inspired me to look at every single thing that I own and that I purchase with a more critical eye. So basically what that means is that I took every single thing in our home and decided whether I was going to keep it or not based on two criteria. And those criteria are whether or not the item was one, either useful, or two, beautiful. And after we did that, we kind of realized that we didn't need so many material things in our lives. Of course, we are so imperfect and we have so much junk still, but it's been sort of this journey getting rid of a lot of it. And it's become a lot more peaceful space for us, and we feel a lot more at home now. So that's kind of, I would say,
and less overwhelmed, I'd say.
Yeah.
Just in general, when you start to remove, your perspective changes on your belongings, just what you own, and especially in buying new things. I like, one of the terms that I heard was mindful consuming, mindful consumption, and that's something that really resonated with me, just because if you're using all these items on a day-to-day, especially some of them have less value than others, like clothes, and you go out and buy a lot of new clothes and for the shopping experience. But if your mindset kind of changes to want fewer, higher quality clothes that you actually like and enjoy, instead of going out buying a bunch of stuff that you wear one time, fills up your closet, and then you're more cluttered and you don't know what you actually want to wear when you find it.
Right, everything becomes lost and you're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And so we basically, like I said, we just cleared out our house, and I feel like that was really the catalyst to reducing our consumption in general. So after we learned more and more about minimalism and reducing the material things in our home, I kind of stumbled upon a lot of videos on sustainability, because really they go hand in hand. The whole idea with climate change and everything is that humans in general, we're over-consuming. We're over-consuming our natural resources, and the earth, unfortunately, has a finite amount of those natural resources. So they go hand in hand. Minimalism, frugality, and zero waste are really all very similar.
Peas in the same pod.
Yeah, peas in the same pod. Big bean, little bean. So, yeah, this last year specifically, we really started looking at the waste we produce and how the things in our life aren't really so sustainable. We go around, we're like every other average Joe, and we'll throw things in the recycling bin. And that was about it. We were still consuming a large amount of meat and fast food. And that's still an issue, so we're working on it. But we just decided we wanted to make a change, and I came across these videos about zero waste. Zero waste is this whole movement around mindful consumption, where the group of people that participate in zero waste, their goal is to send no waste to the landfill. So what that means is that they still recycle things and they compost, but the goal is not to send anything to landfill to just sit there and not decompose for thousands of years. So one of the biggest things with zero waste is limiting your consumption of plastic, both recyclable and not recyclable. Plastic and, water and just things that are, finite resources.
Single use, especially single uses, such as single-use plastic, like all packaging material or just most packaging in general is single use oftentimes, unless you can recycle cardboard, but all Plastic-Wrap, shrink wrap, most food stuff. You go to Sprouts, and even if you're trying to go bulk with rice and stuff, even the plastic wrap with that little twisty ties, all that stuff, you just toss it, and then you don't think about where it goes, but it has to go somewhere.
Exactly.
Piles up.
So the reason we're making this particular video today is to talk to you about our challenge we're giving ourselves for January 2019. So we're going to try for 30 straight days to not send any trash to landfill. So just to be clear, this means we're still going to be making recycling. We're still going to be composting because we do have to eat.
Yeah.
But, within that is, consuming less meat because, number one greenhouse gas is caused from all of our meat production, particularly with beef. So, yeah. So I guess we're going to keep you guys updated. Hopefully every single week we're going to make a video on, probably uploaded on Saturday or Sunday, just to show you how we're doing and to show you which waste we're still producing and the things we're having to avoid to do that. So
yeah, and just improvements, lifestyle improvements or adjustments that we need to make, such as if you go out to pick up food, it's always in a plastic container. Fast food especially,
in a bag.
Yeah, so we're thinking we'll probably have to take a Tupperware or something similar to any restaurant if we're trying to pick up food. So that's something, or obviously it's better to just cook our own food. But just little things like that. So we've been kind of brainstorming and Googling stuff, trying to figure out how to make every aspect of our life zero waste. So it's a lot of stuff. But we're
we make a lot of trash, and you probably do too.
Yeah.
So I guess just to wrap it all up, I wanted to show you guys a couple of the things that in the last year we've already started doing to reduce a lot of the waste that we produce. The first thing,
send it to the landfill.
And send to the landfill. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is how we've completely cut out paper products in our kitchen. So that means that we no longer use napkins or paper towels, which has saved us so much money. I think it's something like $500 to $600 a year that people spend on paper products just in the kitchen. So that's one of the easiest changes that we made. So I'll show you in 1 second just what we do.
Yeah, think about how many paper towel commercials you've seen in the last year. Brawny and stuff. It's everything's just product. So here are rags, which are reusable. Brawny says you can use it twice or something.
Yeah, right.
Twice. How strong it is, you can use paper towel twice. Well, these you can use like hundreds and hundreds of times. Probably thousands of times.
Yeah, so basically what we do in our kitchen is we just always have a basket full of clean rags, and then right next to it we have a basket where we put the dirty rags, and then once a week we just wash them. So I had a couple questions about this regarding water usage, because aren't you using more water, to wash these rags that you would be saving by using paper towels? And I don't know the exact statistic, but it's something crazy like 400 gallons of water is needed to make. I'll look it up. I'll post it in the description below. But yes, so I think it's like 400 gallons of water. I don't know. You can fact check me, but it's a lot of water to make a paper towel roll. So this is what we do for paper in our kitchen, and I'll show you something else we do in our kitchen.
That's a lot of water, right, Charles?
So this is our handy dandy kitchen composter, and it's got a charcoal filter so it doesn't smell, and we basically put all of our food scraps. We'll make a separate video about composting at home, but we put all of our food scraps in here and empty it once a week, and it turns back into, over the course of a couple months, beautiful soil.
And so that's to save, of course, all the food scraps that when you're cooking, you just toss it in your trash can. And one thing is that food should decompose naturally and turn into soil. That's the ideal scenario in our life cycle. But in landfill, oftentimes it doesn't get to decompose as it should because there's plastics and stuff surrounding it. And so rotting food is actually another big cause of greenhouse gases. So something to know.
Yep, and just the last thing that I want to show you guys in this video, we plan to have lots of other videos coming out regarding frugality, minimalism, and sustainability. But the very last thing I wanted to show you guys, one huge way we've reduced our waste over the last year, which I think will be very helpful to us during this challenge, are bringing reusable bags to the grocery store. So we have these big, hunky, bulky ones.
Which are pretty simple. It's an insulated zipper, stuff like that, hot and cold stuff.
And these are pretty
you've
popular.
Seen many of these.
But the thing that's maybe a little bit less popular, that I think is growing some popularity, are these reusable cloth produce bags. So one of the largest personal life that we make trash or single-use landfill trash is those, you know, those like really thin plastic material bags that you collect your produce in. Yeah, so we've just replaced those.
Like rice.
We've just replaced those with these cloth bags, which is super cool. So you just put your produce in there, and it's already got a tag on it that actually shows you the weight of the bag. So at most grocery stores, they're more than happy to take the weight of the bag off. So you're not paying more for your produce than you normally would. And it's just really cool. This one doesn't have holes, so we can get like flour and rice and little things. And then these larger ones, you know, you can put apples, zucchini, what have you in here. So that's about it for today.
One thing though,
One
I'd like
more
to point
thing.
out that, for instance, something we're currently brainstorming is even when we bring this, like at Sprouts, you tie a little twisty tie around it, write the numbers so they know what item it is to type in the price at the cash register. So we need to figure out something for that. So
we have a lot of work to do.
Unexpected ways you create waste. So.
And so hopefully each week too we'll kind of show you the waste we did make for that week, just to be totally transparent. We do not expect to be 100% successful at this.
Definitely not. But
so yeah, we'll keep you updated. Thank you for watching.